Hi everybody, how you doing today? I've got 4 more properties for you. They're all under $78,000. We're going to head into Georgia, we're going to head into New York, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. How's everybody out there doing? Welcome to How Much House for the Money. Hope you're all having a great day and your glass is always full of gratitude. So we're going to begin in Tennessee, you guys, and this house is on a little more than an acre of land, and it is right here in Troy, Tennessee. So that means we are in Obion County. So this house is on an acre. It's 1,116 square feet of living space. It's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. It's only been on the market a day, so it's hot off the listing press. It was built in 1920, so it's on 1389 Davis Road in Troy, Tennessee, 38260. So let's see how much house we're getting for our money for $77,500. Sorry about that. Got to scroll all the way back up here. Okay, so here we are getting a metal roof and our covered front porch. And we do have some landscaping along the front, shutters around those windows. I'm looking at potential right here for under $78,000 in Troy, Tennessee, in Obion County. And look at this, a 3-car detached garage. Fantastic. And this house is under $78,000, you guys. Hope you're all having a great day. It's always great to be with you. Now, if you're new to the channel, you're welcome to subscribe and join our growing community, because this is where we venture through state to state, through town to town, just to see how much house, cabins, and acreage we get for our money. So here we're headed into the living room. Now it looks like we have floor-to-ceiling windows, laminate flooring. Nice. Looks clean. Looks like we could move right in here. Now in Tennessee, we are in Obion County, as I mentioned, and your real estate tax rate is 0.58%. So we're coming in lower than the national average of 0.99. And in this area, in Troy, Tennessee, and Obion County, your median home sales are around $230,000. And they're asking less than $78,000 for this one. And remember, those are the asking prices. Never be afraid to make the offer. And you can bring out your general contractors, and you can always have home inspections. And definitely get down to the fine details with these vacant houses. And you can even ask how long they've been vacant. So here we have paneling that's been painted. Now you may be able to connect a fireplace there on the wall. Here's our kitchen. So we have a window above our sink. We have a dishwasher. Nice depth between the lower and upper cabinets with receptacles. I'm looking at possibilities, you guys. And here's our place for the range with your range hood. Now, if you didn't want dark cabinets, you could paint these up. Looks like they might have a little surface mold, but again, have those mold. Definitely want to check for mold when these houses are vacant also, as many of you have left comments about that. And you're always welcome to leave a comment. Let me know where you guys are viewing from. It's always great to have you here checking out these houses, right? And definitely meander through the episodes, because you may be surprised at the houses I show you that are way below those median sale prices that you might find on Zillow. And here we're in Troy, Tennessee. There's a set of French doors to get you out to your deck. Obion County. Okay, so here's the bathroom. Nice vinyl flooring, window above your tub. So there's hardwood flooring, and we may find more of it underneath that carpet. Fantastic. Okay, so these may be bedrooms that we're headed into. Any of you looking in Tennessee, this one's in Troy, Tennessee, and I do believe this is on the western side of Tennessee, northwest. Beautiful windows. They look vinyl, but again, have those home inspections. Yeah, look at the bathroom. Nice. Beautiful faucet, nice vanity and sink there. We're just going to bypass the lid, people, the lid. Yeah, nice bathroom, though. So here's our laundry room. Nice. Okay, so here's storm shelter. That's fantastic. And look at that beautiful backdrop. That might be a pond in the back there. It looks like we have fencing. And this is on an acre. And as I recommend, or I suggest, that if you're looking for more land, you can always ask the listing agent to ask the seller if they have more land available. A property like this may have been attached to more property at one time. And although the seller may say no, you could always ask to have first right of refusal put on your purchase offer. So therefore, if the seller does have more land, but they're not ready they're not ready to part ways with any more of it yet, you could have first right of refusal should they decide to sell it. And then you could add to what you currently have when you buy this. So just an FYI, but it's great that it has a metal roof. It's one less thing you've got to worry about. Looks like we have an AC unit also. Yeah, this is in Troy, Tennessee, you guys, for $77,500 with a 3-car detached garage, gravel driveway. Yeah, this could be a great possibility for someone. Maybe one of you. You never know, right? The house you're not looking for, maybe in one of these episodes, you guys. That's why you want to hit that notification bell. Yeah, this is sweet. There's our covered porch. Lots of possibilities with this. And this one is on Davis Road in Troy, Tennessee. And the listing agencies and the addresses for these properties are always found in the description box below every video. Contact the listing agencies and go check these out in person. And then let us know in the comments what you find. Davis Road right here. So let's see if we are going to get a street view. Here we go. Look at this. Looks like a real pretty parcel. A lot of woods, a lot of privacy, a lot of beautiful acreage nearby. Very pretty. So let's see where we are on the map. On Davis Road in Troy, Tennessee. Okay, so here we are near Watershed Lake. So we have, let's see, Reelfoot Lake Inn nearby, and we have the Missouri line not far in the distance also. So yeah, this is northwest Tennessee. We're not far from the Kentucky line also. So we have Hornbeak down to the south. Here's Troy, and then Dixie is right above us to the north. And right there is that state line. So let's take a look at the satellite view here. So this would be a little more than an acre. And there it is. So yeah, this could possibly have been part of a larger parcel. So if you wanted more land, it's always a good idea to put it in there. First right of refusal. So if they ever want to sell more, you could have access to it. And only in the market a day, built in 1920. It says here, some remodeling has been started to include vinyl double pane windows, laminate floors, and storm cellars in your backyard. And you also have the 3-car detached garage / workshop. Fabulous. And when we look at history, it was sold for $42,000 in 2000, sold for $50,000 in 2012, sold for $60,000 in 2023, and now they're listed for $77,500, and the house is 105 years old. So it has an acre, so you'd have your private well, sewer, and electricity there. $77,500 on an acre in Troy, Tennessee, you guys. So now we're going to head into Georgia. Look at this cute little place. $69,900, so we're reducing the price. And this is on a little more than an acre. It's 976 square feet of living space with 3 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms. Now this property's been on the market for 153 days, so it may be a great find for one of you. And never be afraid to make the offer, right? These houses are placed on the market to be sold. And this one was built in 1960, so let's see how much house we're getting for our money. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath in Fitzgerald, Georgia on Camp Brooklyn Road. Okay, so we have a metal roof with this property as well. We're getting a screen porch with this one in Georgia and a covered entry on the other side. Looks like we have a fenced yard. So this one's $69,900, and in Fitzgerald, Georgia, we are in Ben Hill County. So there's your covered screen porch. And your real estate tax rate in Georgia is 0.83%. And the median home sales in this area are around $155,000. And they're asking less than $70,000 for this. Who doesn't love a screen porch or a covered porch in general? Gotta have one, right? They're so nice. Okay, so here's another, that's your side of the house over by, on the near the screen porch, like jagged back behind it with a concrete floor. Nice. Great covered patio if you didn't want it screened. So here's our living area. Looks like we're getting hardwood flooring. It could be laminate. But again, when you get there in person, you get the lay of the land. Because many times you may walk into a house and it could be in way better condition than what the photographs show. Or you could walk out or you could walk in and run out, because sometimes it works the opposite way. The pictures do a house a lot of justice, and then you get in there and you're like, holy moly, way more than what you anticipated. So Can go either way. But with the kitchen, look at this. We have parquet flooring, 2-door stainless refrigerator, flat top range with range hood, a lot of beautiful cabinets, dishwasher, ceramic tile for your countertop, window above your sink. Look at this. $69.9. Possibilities are here, you guys. And when you have your home inspections, they'll run that dishwasher. They'll let you know the longevity of your roof. They'll check your foundation. You'll run your mechanicals and things. Get you the lay of the land. And this one again is in Ben Hill County. Population's just under 17,000 people. And we're in Georgia. Love the archways. Those are nice. Adds a lot of character. So you do have a variation of flooring with this house. You may find hardwood beneath that carpet. Here's your laundry room. That's nice. Nice cabinets above for linen storage or your detergent and things. $69.9 in Fitzgerald, Georgia on a little more than an acre of land. So if you want a little country property in Georgia, this one might be it. It's been on the market more than 150 days. And the same thing would apply if you want more land. The seller may have more land available. Okay, so here's a full bathroom. That's nice. Nice elongated countertop there. Look at all the cabinets. It does have tile flooring. So here's another angle of it. Fitzgerald, Georgia. Does have a window in the bathroom. That's always helpful. You know, let that natural breeze flow through. How's everybody out there doing? You got any weekend plans? Just enjoy some family time maybe. Maybe just relax. Whatever you do, be safe, be aware. Enjoy life, right? Enjoy every minute. Okay, so here's another full bathroom. We can work with this. More tile flooring. Looks like it's maybe a single shower. $69.9 in Fitzgerald, Georgia with more than an acre. This house might have a lot of character when you get in there. You might really look at this. So we're stepping down. So this would be like another area of living space. Huh. Interesting. More reason to go check it out in person. And again, the addresses and the listing agencies are in the description box below every video. Look at all the trees. This is really pretty. Look at that setting. Anybody looking for backdrops, this property has it also, just like the Tennessee house. Very, very nice. Gotta wonder why it's been on the market for so long, but maybe it's the price. We just don't really know, but if anybody looks at that, let us know in the comments. Camp Brooklyn Road. So let's see if we get a street view. Doesn't look like it. However, if this is our neighborhood, that looks very pretty, but we always do diligence, right? Always research neighborhoods and things. And let's see where we are on the map. So this is in Fitzgerald, Georgia. So we have a Mexican restaurant not far over here on the west. We have B&S Shrimp and Seafood Company. Love that. We have a DG. Let's see here. Moreover Farms is also nearby. So here we are on the map. So we are, let's see. Columbus is up here to the northwest. Montgomery's up here to the northwest. We have Macon, Georgia right here, and Atlanta's way up there to the north. So this would be southern Georgia. And so right here is Tifton. And we've got Brockton over here, and Douglas and Jacksonville, Georgia's right here to the northeast. So let's check out our satellite view. Look at your acre of land. So right here it is. So it's a long rectangular shaped little bit of point there on the corner, but that would be the land. So more than likely it was part of a larger parcel. And this is a little bit more than an acre on Camp Brooklyn Road. And it states here, enjoy peaceful country living, charming 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, relax on your screen porch or on your back porch. You have a spacious fenced yard, great for pets or gardening. And it also includes a shed and a lean-to for extra storage. The home has a lot of potential. It needs a little TLC. And when we look at the history, this was sold for $51,850 back in 11. Then they list it in April for $94,900. Now they're down to $69,900, and the house is 65 years old. So they may be motivated by this point in time, since it has been on the market for 153 days. And that's Fitzgerald, Georgia, in Ben Hill County. $69,900, you guys, on just a pinch over an acre. Now we're going to head into Pittsburgh. Who is looking in Pittsburgh? Any of you college kids out there that don't want to rent, or you're considering moving to Pittsburgh? Because I know many people have and they love it there. This house is $40,000, you guys, sitting on a lot that's 4,761 square feet. This is going to be a fixer. It's been on the market for 17 days, and it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath with 968 square feet. So this is a brick ranch. And if you look at the prices in Pittsburgh, this is a steal, even at a fixer. So this might be, one of those properties that somebody might be looking for, that they want to build some equity in. And it was built in 1925, and it's on Laketon Road in Pittsburgh, 15221. So let's check it out and see how much house we're getting for our money. 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Now you're going to walk those concrete stairs up that hill, and we're going to stay in physically fit shape, because this is Pittsburgh. You're going to have hills, you're going to have rivers, and you're going to have bridges. But it's a nice wide eaves on that roof line. Now this is Allegheny County here. And in Pennsylvania, your real estate tax rate is 1.41%. So we're coming up above that national average of 0.99. Now you're going to have around 310,000 people approximately living in Pittsburgh. But if you live there now and you're looking for a place to call your own that you want to buy, this might suit your needs. If you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, roll up your sleeves, and check out the potential. Okay, so here's our covered area on the side. Okay, so now we're getting into the living room. So we're getting some wallpaper, nice woodwork, baseboard heat. Probably going to find hardwood flooring beneath that carpet's my guess. So we do have some paneling in here. You can always ask how long it's been vacant. But $40,000 find in Pittsburgh. Fix it up and call it your own, you guys. Another house to save right here. It's nice it has baseboard heat. And I would imagine there's probably a fireplace in this house, or maybe one that's been closed off, maybe. It's very common to find those in Pittsburgh. So here we have a suspended ceiling. Do have a ceiling fan. Nice windows. They look wood, but again, have those home inspections. Laketon Road in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right here. $40,000. Now this area, on this road here, Laketon Road, you're going to be within 17 minutes, 20 minutes of Squirrel Hill, if you know where that is. And you're probably going to be around 20 minutes, maybe, depending on traffic, from the Strip District, if you happen to know where that is. You're probably going to be within 20 to 30 minutes of the arena where your Pittsburgh Steelers play, or your Pittsburgh Pirates. There's a lot of amenities in Pittsburgh. Some people just love it there. Okay, so here's another, looking out your window probably to the front of the house. Does need some attention, as we see on the lower wall there. That might be an aluminum window. Here's the kitchen. Nice. Now for me, I'd want to see if I could open up this wall a little bit more where that archway is. But again, when you get in there in person, that archway and that width of that doorway there might be wider than what it seems here. But we also see cabinets. We see a dishwasher. I could salvage those cabinets, put some new hardware on them, maybe give them a fresh coat of paint. You've got some nice depth between your upper and lower cabinets. Single stainless sink. Yeah, I'm looking at possibilities right here for $40,000 in the city of Pittsburgh, you guys. Remember to leave me a comment. Let me know where you guys are viewing from, because it's always so great to have you guys here. And I love the comments that you guys tell me you found your house here on one of these episodes. Love that. Keep them coming. Okay, so here we're running into a little bit of an issue. But that's okay. We can take those paneled walls right off there. Check out that insulation that we see poking through. Rip out that carpet and get down to the fine details, because this is a brick house nonetheless, because that looks like it could have some moisture. It could have been damaged. Maybe it needs a roof. But again, all the more reason to go see it in person. Dual closets. Yeah, that is wavy paneling for sure. Wavy. But it looks like it has glass hardware on the door there. Nice vintage. Love it. Okay, so here we have some ceiling issue. But if it's limited to one area of the house, that's all right. We're looking at a lower price with some high potential in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, this one needs some attention. Gonna get 4 seasons in PA. Well, yeah, I'd want to get in there and find out what's going on with this. And it might look worse than it is. Here's another bathroom. Now, the square, which looks like tile, could be those nail light panels that they put on back in the day. But we have a nice faucet. It could work with that vanity. Vinyl flooring. Here's our tub. That does not look bad. We can clean that up and salvage that. Yeah, and look at that foundation. Looks like a really pretty backyard. Now, when you get there, you might find out if there's parking on the back side of the house, because it looks like you're going to walk down these stairs and maybe walk back down and around. Yeah, I'd be wanting to look at that. If I were in Pittsburgh looking for a property, I'd definitely be looking at this $40,000 find. Wow. On Laketon Road, 1938. So let's check out the street view. Been on the market 17 days. Look at how pretty this is. Wow, you guys. And again, this is about 15-20 minutes from the Squirrel Hill area. Brick road. Nice vacant parcel across the street. Looks like there might be some construction up the road. Sidewalks for that walkability, of course. And we're going to stay physically fit going up and down our concrete stairs. Don't forget your groceries in the car. But that is very pretty. Lots of potential right here on Laketon Road, you guys. Let's check us out on the map. Okay. So here we have Giant Eagle Supermarkets right up here to the north of us. You have East End Food Co-op. You've got museums and gardens. And the botanical gardens aren't too far from there. You've got the Strip District over here by Trader Joe's. And then right over here in the heart of Pittsburgh is your Andy Warhol Museum. And right there is all your amenities, right near all the rivers. That's in Pittsburgh, PA, you guys. $40,000 find on Laketon Road. And it says here that it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath bungalow with 968 square feet, featuring a welcoming front porch, classic suburban charm, excellent opportunity to bring your vision and bring the house back to life, I would say. And let's see here. It was just listed and the house is 100 years old. God, love it. Oldie but a goodie, and that's a brick house in Pittsburgh for $40,000. Somebody check that out and let us know in the comments. So now we're going to head into Fort Covington, New York. Anybody want some snow? You're going to get it here. This house is $45,000, and it's on 1.8 acres of land in Fort Covington in Franklin County, New York. And this is northern New York near the Canadian line, you guys. It's been on the market for 22 days. It has 1,036 square feet on Dundee Road, and it was built in 1955. So let's see how much house we're getting for our money in Fort Covington, New York, 12937. There's our American flag blowing in the breeze. Love it. So we have a single-family ranch with a shingle roof, with a breezeway, an attached garage, and a detached garage. And it looks like the garage attached to the house has a metal roof. 1.8 acres, so you'll have a private well, private sewer, and electricity. Have those home inspections. But how pretty is this? $45,000 house. And in this area of the country, you're going to get around 67 inches of snowfall. So they say. Could be more, could be less. Every winter's different, right? So in Franklin County, we have a population of, let's see, I had it written down here. I think it was 47,000 people. Oh, there's a metal roof on this house. Pardon me. So the whole thing is metal. And your median home sales in this area are around $180,000. And this is Franklin County. So we do have some shrubs in the back, but you can always have that pop of color. You can plant your tulips. You can plant your rhododendrons, roses. Beautiful. Look at that backdrop. This is beautiful. You could just leave it the way it is and look at that all day. That is gorgeous. You're going to get a wide array of wildlife. Wow, $45,000 in Fort Covington, New York. For those of you that want the 4 seasons, you want to be north, you want some snow, you want to ski, you want a snowmobile, you don't mind those white flakes falling from the sky, this one might suit your needs. Now we're getting paneling that's been painted. We're getting carpet. We may find hardwood floor beneath it. Okay, so we do see a little staining on the ceiling. So again, have those home inspections, but it could be from the stove. That could be gas, and if it is, I'd want to remove those wood cabinets. But look at how pretty this is. 3 windows above your corner sink. You've got a breakfast bar, vinyl flooring. I could work with this all day long. $45,000 find, you guys. People pay more than $45,000 for an automobile these days. And if you're looking for a country property in Fort Covington, New York, this might be it. So we have that paneling that we can paint. We can remove it. Now, I'd want to get in there and see if I could remove this wall and open up the house. That's just me because I like an open plan, more of an open plan. So we do have a dryer in our kitchen. Now you could find a new, maybe another place to locate that. But the tiles in this area of the ceiling look really good. I would want a wood stove or some form of wood heat, I think. $45,000 find right here for you snow lovers. But I would imagine the weather there today is beautiful, and I would imagine they're going to have a gorgeous fall. It's probably beautiful nonetheless, no matter what season, right? Look at the interior doors. Those are beautiful. Yeah, this screams potential, you guys. It's another one that we need to call home, bring it life. It's light and bright though, even with the paneling and the carpet, still light and bright. Interior doors are very nice. So here's our bathroom. Vinyl flooring, window. Tub and shower combination. Again, it's $45,000 in Franklin County, Fort Covington, New York. So here's our furnace. Looks like maybe put in an '08. That's an Olson. When you have your home inspections, they'll run your mechanicals. They'll check your dishwasher, let you know the longevity of your roof. They'll get you down to the fine details. It's nice that that furnace is on block, so it gets it off the floor there. And then here's a view of your parcel. And again, this is 1.8 acres of land in Fort Covington, New York right there. So let's get the description. Dundee Road, 196 Dundee Road, Fort Covington, New York, 12937, and that's Franklin County. So let's see where we are on the map. This was built in 1955. It's been on the market for 22 days. So Little Salmon River is right there nearby, and there's a Canadian line. So this is northern New York, you guys. Anybody want to go to the Legion? They've got an American Legion right nearby. So here we are on the map. So we have Fort Covington right here. And we have Brockway Farm down to the south. We have an artisan cheese place down here. We have Westville. And then we have Hogansburg over to the west. And let's see here. South Bombay, Bangor down here. And yeah, there we are. Right above Westville. And then here is your satellite view, because this does have the 1.8 acres. So let's see where we are here. And there it is. That's nice. Very pretty. So you do have some neighbors, of course. But you're right near the Little Salmon River. And there's your American Legion. So it looks like we have some more amenities right over here. And right to the south of us. Trying to see if it shows us any grocery stores or anything nearby. There we are on the satellite view. Don't really see any local amenities, but this is as far north as you're going to get, I think. 196 Dundee Road, and that's Fort Covington, New York. 12937, where you're going to get 68 inches of snow, possibly, from what the research tells me. $45,000, however. And it says it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath ranch. Could be 3 bedrooms. Does need a little TLC, but has loads of potential. You're sitting on 1.8 acres, and you're across from the Little Salmon River. You have a 1-car attached garage with an additional detached with a shed and a screen house. And you have a full basement with 60 amp, and it does say it's part of an estate sale. And it was built in 1955. So it was listed for $59,900. Now they're down to $45,000, and it's 70 years old. So when it's an estate sale, more than likely it's as is, where is, but that doesn't mean that you can't have a home inspection. You can have a home inspection for your own information purposes. So just don't forget that. Even though it's an as is sale, you can still have the inspection for your own information, just to let you know what you're in for. But that's $45,000 on 1.8 acres in Fort Covington, New York, 12937. Could be a great deal for somebody wanting to be in the north. Or if you want to live in Pittsburgh, this one's $40,000 brick find with 968 square feet. Or if you want to live in Georgia, this fixer's on 1.01 acre for $69,900 in Fitzgerald, Georgia, on the market for 153 days. Or if you want to live in Tennessee, this one's hot off the listing press for $77,500 on an acre of land. And that'll do it for today, you guys, wherever you are. Hope you're having a fabulous day. It's always great to be with you. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, because the house you're not looking for, maybe in the next episode. You're always welcome to subscribe and join our growing community. And I will see you in the next episode, because more houses with low prices and high potential are coming up, everybody. Have a great week. And it's already Wednesday. Where's the time going? Cheers.